Ram Ram, Hare Hare. बोलो हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय. बोलो हरि नाम प्रभु की जय. So, to accomplish the mission of this human form of life is to surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And first one has to surrender to the spiritual master. This is being taught to us from the predecessor acharyas. And even Krishna is saying that go to my devotees. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadakshanti te jnanam gyati nastatvadas. Go to the spiritual master, bow down before him, serve him. Then if you have some difficulties, then you can ask. So our acharyas, we need to take care, we need to take shelter of their lotus feet. So one acharya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is teaching us, Sarvasya Tumhare Charane Samapya. I surrender everything unto your lotus feet. And see, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was very educated person and working as a magistrate during the British rule. But he was emblem of humility. Because of his devotion, because of his bhakti, उसमें नहीं है, दूसरी बुक में निकालना इसको. So he was exemplary to follow for all of us. So in this song, he is saying, Sarvas tumara charane samipya sarvastu purichi tumara ghare tumi to Thakur तुम्हारा कुकुर बोलिया जाना हूँ मोरे. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is preaching, is teaching, his songs touch the heart. Because he is situated very highly, very high platform. That platform is total surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. And he is calling himself, I am your dog. Actually, to become a dog of the spiritual master is a great privilege. We remain puffed up in this material world because too much of sense gratification. Sense gratification brings us on the body platform. And spiritual life begins from here. I am not this body. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and many places, truth comes, it's not that he is making show of his humility, no. Sometimes we make sure that I am a great person. I am a great devotee. That is the ego. Anyone who develops ego, he is away from Krishna. He cannot go close to Krishna. This ego is a barrier between us and Krishna. And from where this ego starts, when we take care of this body, like to enjoy this body, sleep more, mate, defend more, eat more. This when one is, then he becomes egoistic. He comes on the body platform. And the spiritual life begins from here, that I am not this body. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is teaching us by his personal examples. So much, emotions, bhav is there in this song. Difficult for me to sing. But I will read this line just and then discuss the translation of this surrender. That's why it is mentioned by Krishna, go to my devotees. In the Nectar of Devotion it is mentioned, Krishna is saying, Srila Rupa Goswami has quoted there, that one who claims I am a devotee of Krishna, Krishna says he is not my devotee. But one who is a devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. So this is the process. So, following this process, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was perfect Vaishnava. And he gave us Prabhupada. He predicted about Prabhupada. In the future, Acharya is going to appear. He is going to take Krishna consciousness all over the world. He predicted, the year he predicted, same year Srila Prabhupada appeared. So, he is a householder. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a householder. He has 11 children. To be a householder is not bad, but to get entangled into the household life, to become, just center is sense enjoyment. That is called Grahamedi. If center is Krishna, that is called Grihastha. Generally we are Grahamedi. We have to become Grihastha. Grihastha ashram. Grihastha ashram means center of our activity is Krishna. Krishna is the center, and husband, wife, children, they are all performing devotion service. They are all busy to please Krishna, not to please their senses. If one can have a Krishna conscious children, then it is recommended in the Shastra. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Dharma Bhurut Bhuteshu Kamasmi Bharatarshava. Sex life which is not against the religious principle, Krishna says that I am. But we conditioned souls misuse these things and propel royal road to hell. So this golden opportunity Srila Prabhupada has given, quoting by all the different acharyas, to return to our real home. It is possible for everyone. It's not that even those who are dog eaters are called Chandala. Even if they become devotee, they are better than a Brahman who knows so many Shastra but he is not a devotee. Chandala is better than that Brahman. This is what Lord Chaitanya has taught. Lord Chaitanya, Krishna appeared in the family of great Brahmins. His father's name was Misra, Jagannath Misra. Misras are very high class Brahmins. But he gave the real teachings. Actually, Brahman in India, due to different reasons, they spoil the Vedic culture. They say, we are only the, eligible for performing the Vedic, no, not anybody else, Brahmins. But this is not in the scripture. This is what Lord Chaitanya taught. Lord Chaitanya's principal disciples, Srila Haridas Thakur, was a Muslim. Srila Rup, Srila Sanatan, Davir Kha, Sakramalak, they also had accepted the service of Muslim and changed their names also. Lord Chaitanya placed Srila Rupa Goswami, Davir Khas as an Acharya, Sakra Malik as Acharya, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami. So he is saying, Bandiya more amare paibo, rohibo tomara dware. You tried me, I will sit at your doorstep. So much humility. Mahabhagavad Vaishnava. What I will do? I heard this song from the lotus mouth of Srila Prabhupada. I just felt, by the mercy of Prabhupada, that such a great soul is very rare. I met several devotees, but I was not attracted to any of them. By Krishna's divine arrangement, when I met Prabhupada, I was really satisfied within my heart. And he gave me the opportunity to be with him. So it was in Bombay. Srila Prabhupada was sitting and I was there. Me and Prabhupada, nobody else. So then I said this to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I am your dog. So, and by Prabhupada's mercy, tears came in my eyes. Then he related the whole song. He said, Vaishnava should think like this. He explained me word by word, me and Prabhupada alone. This was not recorded even because I didn't know that time how to do the recording, and I was just his servant taking care of different things. So, if we are fortunate enough, if we learn these things from these Vaishnavas, then our life can head towards the, purity, and we can return back home, back to God. Not otherwise. See the humility of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He's so learned. He has written so many books. His life was so tedious, but he was following that. Little sleep, working so hard, chanting the rounds, writing the books, preaching. His life was beautiful. And I have seen Prabhupada's life. Prabhupada will get up 2 o'clock at night and translate the books. Actually, this Krishna consciousness is a gift of a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. In an advanced age, he worked so hard, very hard working, taking so much troubles for all of us, for the whole world, for each and every living entity. Like one happening took place in New York, that Prabhupada has no place to stay. So one man, he came, said that, Swamiji, I have a big godown. There is one little room with that, and toilet bathroom is there. You can stay there. Srila Prabhupada took his things, went there, was trying to settle in that room. So that bond owner, he had his partner also. He didn't ask his partner, he didn't tell his Prabhupada. He came, he said, who are you? He told him, get out of here. And Prabhupada had to pick up his thing, go where? Nowhere. Just understand how much trouble a Mahabhagavad Vaishnava is taking for everyone, working so hard. We work for our sense gratification. But Prabhupada only worked for the pleasure of Krishna and for the pleasure of the whole world. So, we should try to understand these things and pray to these acharyas, especially pray to Prabhupada, pray to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, pray to Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, the son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, pray to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. All these are so transcendental personalities. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, so humble, so humble. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he could have initiated his own son, Bhaktisiddhanta. He said, you go to Gaur Kishore. Gaur Kishore Das Maharaj was illiterate, but a Mahabhagavad Vaishnava. And all the time chanting so many beautiful pastimes up there of these great Vaishnavas. So we need their mercy so that this human life doesn't go vain, And best use of this life is to become Krishna conscious. That is only possible by the mercy of these Vaishnavas. Then he is saying, Pratipa janire asita na divo rakhibo gadada pare. I will read then I read the translation. Tava nija jana prasad seviya uchishta rakhibo yaha. Amara bhojan parama anande प्रतिदिन हवे ताहा. पोसिया सुइया तुम्हारा चरण चिंती वो सतततामी. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you are so great. नाचीते निकटे जाइबो जाकुन देख दाकिबो तुम्ही. निजारा पोषण कबू न भावो भाविबो रोइबो भावार भोरे भक्ति विनोद तुम्हारा पालिका भूलिया वरण न कोरे. Translation of this beautiful song. Now that I have surrendered all I possess, other day I gave the example of Maharaj Harishchandra. He was also totally surrendered, total surrender. Immediately gave his kingdom. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur also was total surrender. That's what he is saying here. What he is saying? He is saying, now that I have surrendered all I possess, I fall prostrate before your house. You are the Supreme Lord. Kindly consider me your household dog. Chain me nearby and maintain me as you will. I shall remain at the doorstep and allow no one, no enemies to enter your house. When I heard this translation from Prabhupada, Prabhupada said, if some non-devotees will come, I won't let them enter to your house. But when devotees come, I won't stop. I will let them come in. This is a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj ki jai. Then he's saying, I will keep them at the bounds of the moat surrounding your home. Whatever remnants your devotees leave behind, see what I will eat. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, whatever remnants your devotees leave behind after honoring your prasad will be my daily sustenance. I will eat the remnants of devotees. I will feast on those remnants with great ecstasy. While sitting up, while lying down, I will constantly meditate on your lotus feet. Whenever you call, I will immediately run to you and dance in rapture. I will never think of my own maintenance, but rather remain transported by a multitude of ecstasies. Bhakti Vinod accepts you as the only support. Prabhupada, when I heard this translation from the lotus mouth of Prabhupada, it touched my heart there. So, we should try to examine ourselves, where we stand. There is saying by one Urdu poet, सुबह होती है, शाम होती है, उम्र यूं ही तमाम होती है. Meaning, now it's day, morning, then evening, again morning, again evening, and our lifespan is finishing. Tamam means finishing. We are coming close to death. So, death is coming closer and closer every day without doing anything. But we have to endeavor to come close to Krishna by following the footsteps of these great Vaishnavas, by following their wonderful teachings, by following their wonderful emotion. And another song, निकालो अगर ये है तुम्हारे पास तो. This in song, also Bhakti Vinod. Bhakti Vinod Maharaj is saying, Amara Jivana Sada Paperat. Who say? Pure devotee. My life is ever given to sins. Pape means sins. Amara Jivana Sada Paperat. Nahi ko punya ralesh. There is no even tinge of pious activities. This is the way We should all be thinking, because too much sense gratification, we think otherwise, not like this. Pareira udvega diyachi ye ko to diyachi jivera kalesh. Nija sukh lagi pape no hi dhori. दयाहीन स्वार्थ पारो पर सुख दुखी सदा मिथ्यावासी पर दुख सुखकारो अशेषा कामना हृदय माझी मोर क्रोधी दंभ परायण मद मता सदा विषय मोहिता हिंसा गर्भ विभूषण निद्रालस हता सुकार्य वीरता अकार्य उद्योगी अमी प्रतिष्ठा लागिया सत्य अचरण लोभा हता सदा कामी ए हेनो दुर्जन सज्जन वर्जिता अपराधी निरंतारा शुभ कार्या सुनिया सदा नरता मना नाना दुखे जारा जारा वृद्धि के एखन उपाय बहीना ताते दीन अकिंचन भक्ति विनोद प्रभु चरण करे दुख निवेदन. So, translation of this beautiful song. We should follow this. We all should be thinking like this. I am an impious sinner and have caused others great anxiety and trouble. Who say a Mahabhagat Vaishnava? Our general disease, what is our general disease? Though I am fallen soul, but I will like to pose myself great person. Why? Because consciousness is clouded. Impure consciousness is not pure. I am not Krishna conscious. So by the mercy of this predecessor Acharya given to us by Srila Prabhupada. Without Srila Prabhupada's mercy, how we could have thought of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur has taken shelter of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. One thing I try to remember, which Jagannath Das Babaji has uttered from his lotus mouth. He is saying that we people of Kali Yuga worship Gaur Nitai, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. They are the Lord for this age. Lord for Satyug was Hansa Bhagavan. Lord for Treta Yuga was Rama Bhagavan. Lord for Dwapar Yuga was Krishna Bhagavan. Lord for this age is Chaitanya Bhagavan. Be this elder brother Balaram, Krishna, Nityananda. So we should remember this. Bhaktivinoda Jagannath Das Babaji was very much inspired by Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. He had Bipin Vihari Goswami, his spiritual master, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but he took shelter of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. Jagannath Das Babaji lived on this earth for 144 years. And Lord Chaitanya's birthplace was discovered by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. To confirm this, he invited Srila Jagannath Das Babaji. Jagannath Das Babaji was not able to walk because so advanced age. So he was carried on the head of one devotee. In the basket he was there inside. When he was told to please tell that this is true, Lord Chaitanya's birthplace or not. So when he was brought there, he jumped from the basket, started dancing. Jagannath. Yeah, this is the place of Lord Gauranga. So these Vaishnavas, they are amazing, they are great personalities. And remember, to go to Krishna, we need all these Vaishnavas, starting from Prabhupada. Go further. Narottam Thakur, he was the son of a king, prince, no interest in worldly life. And he's praying to Lord Chaitanya. He's saying, Gaur Hari, Gauranga balite habe pulka sharir. Simply by uttering the name of Gauranga, there were quivering in my body. Hari Hari balite nayana bhavanir. When I chant Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Nayana bhavanir. There should be tears in my eyes. Lord, great Vaishnava devotee, Narottam Thakur is saying. Then he's saying, Aar kabe nitai chand karuna gaive, samsara vasana mure kabe tuchvaive. When will Lord Nityananda be merciful towards me and free me from all material desires for sense enjoyment? Then, Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha have mana, oh my dear mind, when you are going to give up your engagement to the sense enjoyment. Vishaya chadiya kabe shuddha have mana, kabe hama hairava sri Vrindavan. Then I will be able to see the Vrindavan. If we are filled with lusty desires, we cannot appreciate the Vrindavan because mind is unclean. Consciousness is very much clouded. Then he's saying, Rup Raghunath Pade Haive Akati, Srila Narottam Thakur. Kabe Hama Bhuji Vosai Jogala Pariti. When will I get the mercy of Srila Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami? They have given beautiful literature. I will become attached to their literature, their teachings. Rup Raghunath Pave Haive Akoti, Kabe Hama Bhuji Vosai. Then only one will understand the Yugal Priti Radha Krishna love, Mundane people cannot understand. They think, some stupid people say so many stupid things. Yugal Priti. Rup Raghunath Pade Rahu Mora As. Pratana Kariye Sada Narottam Tha. Pratana Kariye Sada Narottam Tha. I pray for the mercy of all the Goswami, Srila Rupa and Raghunath. These are my prayers. So he is also praying to the predecessor Acharyas. We need the mercy. We need the mercy. And Narottam Thakur, a son of a king, but no interest, he came to Vrindavan. There he happened to meet Srila Loknath Goswami. Srila Loknath Maharaj was living in Vrindavan, a great Vaishnava, very, very humble. When he saw him, he paid his obeisances, fell at this lotus feet. Narottam Thakur at the lotus feet of Loknath Maharaj. And he said, I want to take initiation from you. Srila Loknath Maharaj said that I am not initiating. I don't initiate. Many Vaishnavas, they didn't take any disciples. And Kali Yuga, Tom, Dick and Harry, come and take initiation. Come, become my disciple. It's all. Yesterday I talked on this point. So he, I'm here in the house of Mahaprabhu. He waited to take initiation from me. You remember Mahaprabhu how many years? 9 years. For 9 years he waited. And I gave him the initiation on condition that you have to return this lifetime back home, back to God. I knew that even that time this house was built. I saw when I used to come in, this house was under construction. You were living somewhere else. So we have to be pakka devotee. This is what Prabhupada wanted. Prabhupada was not interested in so many. Prabhupada said that I don't want millions of stars, I want one moon. So Narottam Thakur approached Loknath Maharaj that I want your mercy, I want to be your disciple. Loknath Maharaj said, I don't initiate. Then he said, if I take initiation only from you, nobody else. He didn't force him. He didn't say that I am son of a king and you must initiate him. Like in Udhampur, there was one person from Sikh background, and he came to Udhampur. So, are you giving me initiation or not? I was quiet. He said, if you don't give me, I'm going to go to the rooftop and jump down and kill myself. He forced me, Okay, you don't kill yourself, I will give you the initiation. So he was given Narsingha Das, his name. He's Sikh with the turban. When he was so much surrendered, he said, I can shave my head. I said, no. You stay Sikh, but become a Vaishnava devotee. And he used to chant a lot of rounds. So Prabhupada wanted this, Like by Prabhupada's mercy, in London, in England, I met one Muslim's long story. And he became inspired. He had a dream, and then he came to India. He said, I want initiation. I said, okay, you have to shave your head, keep the shikha. He said, this I can't do. I said, then I can't initiate you. A week later, he shaved his head. So his name was Harshad Rahim. Now his name is Hari Das Das. He has become very good devotee. He followed all the regulatory principles. He even didn't get married. And chanting Hare Krishna. His family members won't support him, but he is very determined. And he has become a very, very humble person. So, Prabhupada wanted like this. Prabhupada wanted a standard. Only standard devotee can create the standard. If devotees are not up to the standard, then difficult situation. Like Prabhupada mentioned, that in the beginning we gave the initiation because we have to run the society. But now the standard must be set. Standard is not there. Tom, Dick and Harry, but the standard or unstandard. So this movement is the only hope for the whole world. But this movement should go on the way Prabhupada wanted, not in our way. My way, your way, his way, her way, no, Prabhupada's way. That is only bona fide. Then he's saying, I have never hesitated to perform sinful acts for my own enjoyment. Those who are after enjoyment, they commit different kind of sins. devoid of all compassion, concerned only with my own selfish interest. I am remorseful seeing others happy. I am a perpetual liar, and the misery of others is a source of great pleasure for me. The material desires within the core of my heart are unlimited. I am wrathful, devoted to false pride and arrogance, intoxicated by vanity, and bewildered by worldly affairs. Envy and egotism are my ornaments I wear. Ruined by laziness and sleep, I resist all pious deeds. Yet I am very active and enthusiastic to perform wicked acts for worldly fame and reputation. I engage in the practice of deceitfulness. Thus I am destroyed by my own greed and am always lustful. A vile, wicked man such as this, rejected by godly people, is a constant offender. I am such a person, devoid of all good works, forever inclined toward evil, worn out and wasted by various miseries. Now in old age, deprived of all means of success, humble and poor Bhakti Vinod submits his tale of grief at the feet of the Supreme Lord. So, please remember, only by becoming a Vaishnava, one cannot turn back home, back to Godhead. And it's not that a certain caste, certain color, certain creed can become Vaishnava. Anyone can become Vaishnava. And some devotees in the past, Srila Rasikanand Maharaj, he was great Vaishnava. And he was very much dedicated to his disciple, Gurudev Shamanand Prabhu. Rasikanand Prabhu was a disciple of Shamanand Prabhu. Shamanand was also a great devotee. So what happened? That Shamanand Prabhu had a land, they used to till the land, grow some food grain, serve the devotees. So one rascal, dictator, Muslim came, he took away the land, Then he wrote to his glorious disciple Rasikanand. He said, in whichever condition you are, come here immediately. So he was eating, he didn't wash even hand, came because Gurudev's order he came. He said, you didn't wash? Gurudev, you said come in whichever condition you were. I was taking prasad. He said, this thing, this dictator, Muslim dictator has taken the land. Now how we are going to grow food grain, how we are going to serve the Vaishnavas. Shamanand Prabhu knew his disciple is a great. Shamanand Prabhu was also a great Vaishnava, greatest Vaishnava. So he decided, let me go and see this dictator Muslim. So there were some follower of Rasikanand Prabhu were working with the dictator. They met Gurudev, came. He said, Gurudev, don't go to him. He's very, very, low class person, and we will try to solve this problem. So Srila Rasikanand Prabhu said, let me go and see which kind of person he is. So he was carried in a palanquin by the Vaishnavas to see the Muslim king. So he has ordered his person that when he comes, give a liquor to the elephant, and that elephant leave him. Elephant will kill him. Means elephant will go mad. And when they were bringing him in the palanquin, elephant came. And the carriers were fearful. He said, put my down. And elephant is coming to attack. Mad elephant. They gave him the liquor. So Rasikanand Prabhu said, stop there. Elephant stood there. And stop all this. And now your name is going to be Gopal Das. He initiated that elephant. And the elephant became devotee, Gopal Das. And what Gopal Das will do? He will eat the remnants of Vaishnavas. To fill his belly, he would go to the jungle, then come. And devotees, if they need anything, he say, Gopal Das, we need this, we need some cloth. He will go to the cloth merchant and bring the whole bundle of cloth there. Carry and bring there. So even Vaishnavas made animal devotees also. Lord Gauranga, when he was coming through the forests of Jharkhand, he made elephant, and tiger, deer, snakes, birds, dancing and chanting. Well, he was the Supreme Lord, But Prabhupada said that Lord Chaitanya made animals in the jungle, devotees. We can at least by his mercy, we can make human beings devotees. And Prabhupada, made. Never happened in the history that white people would have become devotees. No. Only Prabhupada. Many so-called saints and sages come from India. They fell prey of women here. Spiritual life is finished. So, these Vaishnavas, talking about Bhaktivinoda, they are so wonderful, so great. See the humility. And Prabhupada, when Prabhupada was telling me the meaning, because Prabhupada's mouth is glorious, is a pure devotee, Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. He said, I will take the remnants of the footsteps of devotees, and if you don't give me anything, still I will sit and watch dog of your house. So humble. And when Prabhupada explained me this meaning, I touched my heart. So, we have to examine ourselves because death is approaching very fast. It can come at any moment to anybody. I give the example of one little boy, very religiously inclined boy, 2.5-year-old boy. He will come to the temple, pay obeisance to the deities, pay obeisance to the devotees also. Madhupriya liked that boy very much. 2.5-year-old. And he left his body at the age of 2.5 years. He died. So what is the guarantee of this life? At any age one can leave. So that's why Lord is saying, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukha Doshanu Darshanam. See the birth, death, old age, disease, they're all horrible. See them so that you can save yourself from them. And it can be saved by becoming Vaishnava. And we can become Vaishnava by following Srila Prabhupada and all predecessor Vaishnava by their mercy only. Purpose of life is not to make a permanent home in a temporary miserable material world. Purpose of life is to prepare ourselves, qualify ourselves to return back home, back to Godhead. And qualification is purity, humility, humbleness. Like Lord Chaitanya said, Tranadapi shunichena, tarorapi saisnuna, amani namandena, kitniya sadari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. We have to try for this, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and by the mercy of all the predecessor acharyas, we can perfect the mission of this human form of life. Rather, we can accomplish the mission of this human form of life. Perfection is becoming fully Krishna conscious. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Look like you people are sleeping. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Little wake up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Jai Sri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita.
Shri Advaita.
Gadadhar.
Gadadhar.
Shri Vasadi.
Shri Vasadi.
Gaura Bhakta.
Gaura Bhakta.
Vrinda.
Vrinda.
Nama Om.
Nama Om.
Vishnu Padaya.
Vishnu Padaya.
Krishna Pristhaya.
Krishna Pristhaya.
Bhutale.
Bhutale.
Srimate.
Srimate.
Bhakti Vedanta.
Bhakti Vedanta.
Swami.
Swami.
Iti Namane.
Namaste.
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 Saraswati Deve.
Saraswati Devi.
Gauravani.
Gauravani.
Pracharane.
Charini.
Nirvisesh.
Nirvisesh.
Shunyavadi.
Shunyavadi.
Paschatya Desh. Tarane. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for listening, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Any question, any comments anybody has? You have any question?
क्षमा माता जम्मू से। हरे कृष्णा। श्री गुरु महाराज जी के पावन चरणों में मेरा कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम।
Shama?
क्षमा।
Shama.
महाराज जी, कुछ दिनों पहले मुझे स्वप्न में श्री श्री जगत गुरु प्रभुपाद जी के दर्शन हुए। प्रभुपाद जी ने मुझे जपमाला दी और फिर मुझे मिर्ची और शहद को मिलाकर दिया और कहा, इस दवाई से मेरी बीमारी ठीक हो जाएगी। फिर मैं देखती हूँ श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी पानी में खड़े होते हैं और मैं कुछ दूर खड़ी होती हूँ। पानी में बहुत सारे सांप होते हैं। प्रभुपाद जी ने एक सांप पकड़ लिया। फिर मैं डर से उनके पास जाकर खड़ी हो जाती हूँ और मन में सोचती हूँ, जब श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी मेरे साथ हैं तो मुझे कोई डर नहीं है। महाराज जी कृपा करके मेरा मार्गदर्शन करें। इस स्वप्न का मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया। आपकी नालायक बेटी का कोई नाम नहीं है, तो क्या आप मुझ पापी नालायक बेटी को नाम देने की कृपा करें। शरीर का नाम क्षमा।
क्षमा बेटी अंग्रेजी समिति है ना वो, हैं? Shema, batao, you understand English? Because devotee here, they don't understand Hindi. Should I answer you in English or Hindi? जिसने सुना तो फिर हैं हैं there is one Mataji from our place, Jammu, asking the question that she saw Prabhupada in the dream, and Prabhupada was standing in the water and water was full of snake. And she's saying, I'm very fearful, I became very fearful. Prabhupada catch one snake, and I came near to Prabhupada and stood there thinking that when Prabhupada is there, no fear. So, answer. Shama Mata, this dream you have seen is auspicious because you have seen Prabhupada in the dream. And you have some problems and trouble, and pray to Prabhupada, chant Hare Krishna, follow the regulatory principles, then by the mercy of Prabhupada, your problems will be solved. And this dream is auspicious dream, whichever way you see the pure devotees. Actually, to see the devotees means to seeing the Lord Krishna. It is mentioned. When we see the devotees, then we are having a darshan of the Lord. It's very auspicious. And tell me your detail, how many rounds you chant, are you following the regulatory principles or not, what is your background, send me your photograph also, and then we will see further. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण गुरु महाराज प्रणाम
और कोई क्वेश्चन तो नहीं?
Guru Maharaj, you always mention this thing in your lectures. Don't make permanent house in this material world. So, what is meaning of permanent house?
You don't understand the meaning?
It's like concrete house or something. Or what is meaning of permanent house means what?
Our thinking that I am going to stay here forever in this house. You understand? And I will tell you one saint. He got the benediction to live for 500,000 years. And he sat at the bank of the holy river openly and started chanting the holy name and meditating. One person came to him, my dear saint, you have benediction to live for so long. You are sitting here in the open. There is daytime, there is the sunshine. Sometimes there is a rain. So why don't you construct a small hut and stay in that hut? Listen, what was the answer of this saint? Saint said, after that long time, I am going to die. Say, yes. Then why I should create a hut and be attached with that? समझाया permanent home नहीं. He is not ready to even create a hut because I will be attached to that. Openly sitting and chanting the holy name. Any other question? Yes.
If someone practicing Krishna consciousness for some decades,
Some?
someone practicing Krishna consciousness for some decades, right? But they're not initiated.
Ah.
Can that person go back to Godhead?
Actually, according to the scriptures, initiation is a must. Like Krishna took the initiation. Krishna didn't need initiation. Ram took the initiation. Lord Chaitanya took the initiation. Initiation recommended in the Shastra.
Let's say someone is illiterate.
Eh?
If someone is illiterate
Uh.
or handicapped and they cannot go through the system, like you have to write that course, but they can't do the course. How will they get initiated and live the param?
He can chant Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
What is the difficulty? He can be considered, if he cannot write, doesn't matter. By seeing his sincerity, he can be helped. Huh?
Those who cannot read and write, there is provision for oral exams.
And like you said, illiterate, and whether he can go back home, back to God, and this and that. I will tell you one katha, one story. There was one man living in the village. He thought I should have a guru, He went to the spiritual master. He said, I want initiation. He was illiterate. He said, okay, you just chant Jai Narsingha mantra. Chant Jai Narsingha. So while coming back, he was chanting Jai Narsingha, Jai Narsingha, Jai. When he came close to his house, he forgot the mantra. It was not written. He tried, what was the mantra? He remembered, Bhans ka sing, means a horn of a buffalo. In spite of Narsingh, Jai Narsingh, Bhans ka sing. He was started chanting that. So Supreme Lord in the Vaikuntha, he smiled. Mother Lakshmi inquired, my Lord, why you smile? There is my one devotee chanting my name. So, my Lord, I like to see him. Okay, I will also come. Both Lord and Lakshmi Mata came. And there was some Lord hide himself there in place. Lakshmi, and he is with closing eyes chanting, Bhans ka sing, Bhans ka sing. Not in the name of Nrsimhadev. Horn of a buffalo. Close in a pronunciation. So Lakshmi Mata thought that he is not chanting the name of my Lord. She came, my Lord, she is not chanting your name. He is looking for his buffaloes. No, he is chanting my name. So again Mata came. Whose name you are chanting? He said, Chanchale tere khasam ka. Lakshmi's another name is Chanchala. Fickling. Your husband. She thought, Lakshmi Mata, he knows my name, he knows my... Where is my husband? यहाँ कहीं खड्डे में होगा? Bhagwan Krishna Lord was hiding in a ditch, Then he came. He knew, because his heart was with the Lord. Pronunciation was not proper. Another, this one, Daku Valmiki का पहला नाम क्या था? Ratnakar, dacoit. He was, it mentioned he was coming from Brahmin family, he became dacoit. Killing people, robbing people, that was his business. So that was, Naraji happened to buy. He said, stop. Naraji stopped there. Leave everything whatever you have. Naraji left his Bina and Kartal. I have this. He said, Naraji said, why you are doing like this? Said, take care of my family. Said, you know that you have to suffer the consequences of your karma? I don't know. The Naraji explained, he said, nobody is going to part the karma which you are performing. My family members, I am doing for them, they will also part. Go and ask them. He asked his father, mother, the wife. They said, no, it's your duty to take care of us. where we have said that you rob people, you work and bring the money. So they refuse. So then Ratnakar said, what to do? I have committed so many sins. He said, okay, you sit down and chant the name of the Lord. Say Ram, Ram, Ram. He said, I'm so sinful. I can't utter this word. I can utter Mara. Mara means killing. Mara, Mara, Mara. See, say Mara, Mara. There is one dua. उल्टा नाम जपत जग जाना बाल्मीक by Brahma Samana. By not uttering the name of Ram properly, he became so great, he became Balmik Muni. Then he wrote the Ramayana before the appearance of Lord Ram. You understand? For everyone, Prabhupada has explained us. Any other question? What is your question?
Sometimes when we hear lectures and classes, we hear like we shouldn't have all different desires, and we should not be working hard and toiling, and pushing hard, but we should keep our mind more in Krishna consciousness, and don't really be a part of this world. Many times we see, even within the devotee circle, that many times even within the devotee circle, we see that the devotees are not really engaging in spiritual activities so much, and even in terms of being involved progressively in some material advancement. So seemingly it is like stagnation on both fronts, and lethargy and seemingly laziness steps in. I don't know, Guraj, if you can shed some more light.
So, those who are not practicing properly in the garb of a devotee, that's what you are saying. So it means they have changed the dress, but their hearts are not changed. It's lacking. That's why they are doing like this. By changing the dress, dress also helps. A person, suppose I am in a sannyas dress, bad thoughts comes in my mind, then my dress will protect me. Oh, but people will say, sannyasi is doing like this. But those who are putting on the devotee dress and not acting properly, it means their hearts are not changed. Waste of time. You understand? Hare Krishna. Any other question? Yes.
Not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of the Lord.
Yes.
But how is it that whatever we can do whatever we want, and how do we know it's sanctioned by the Lord?
If one is very proud that I can do this, I can do that, but what if his hand gets paralyzed, he cannot do anything? Lord's permission is not there. Lord is in control. He is controlled in all respects. You will come to know when you will make spiritual advancement. Right now you are in a neophyte stage. You understand? You are talking up, like in a school, a boy goes to school. He is in the KG, kindergarten in India, then nursery. But if you ask the question of 10th class, that is not his business. He has to gradually go there. Nursery in India, primary, then secondary, then college, then graduation, then post-graduation. It's a gradually one will go, person will go there. Gradually you will understand. Right now, you haven't entered even yet in the school, spiritual school. You are just at home. You are a little baby and preparing to enter to the school. You understand? Gradually. Yes.
I heard a statement,
Huh?
the key to happiness is reduction of desires. The key to happiness is reduction of desires.
Key to have.
Because Maharaj, sometimes when you have so
I can't follow. Keep, I was not understanding that. Your pronunciation, a little difficult,
Maharaj, sometimes it is said,
Key, now you understand. Before I was thinking keep. I didn't understand the key.
the key to happiness is the reduction of desires. Because when we have lots of desires, sometimes it brings on lots of anxiety also. So the statement is saying that if you don't have desires, then you will be happy. But then if you don't have desires, then how would you be able to accomplish tasks that you have to perform?
Actually, Prabhupada has explained this point. Desires cannot be given up, but you can spiritualize the desires. In spite of material desires, you spiritualize. You desire to serve Krishna, desire to become a lover of Krishna, desire to do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. You can, like ego is not good. I was talking about ego. But false ego is not good. But the real ego is recommended. What is the false ego? False ego is I am this body, I am the master all of us, all I survey. Is a false ego. The real ego is Aham Brahmasmi, I am soul. I am part and parcel of super soul. Ego is not good, but when it is spiritualized, it's good. You understand? Spiritualize the desire. I want only Krishna. I want to serve Krishna. I don't want anything else.
रितेश सदाना कैनबेरा से।
हैं?
रितेश सदाना कैनबेरा ऑस्ट्रेलिया से। हरे कृष्ण महाराज जी, आपके चरणों में दास का कोटि कोटि दंडवत। महाराज जी, प्रभुपाद used to say that we should try our best to go back to Godhead in this lifetime only. But our anarthas are so many, so how we can go back to Godhead?
It's a question from Australia. Sadhana ji, doesn't matter how much anarthas one may have, they are and one may have. By becoming a pure devotee, वो श्लोक निकाल, वो जो उसने भेजा था. This in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned, if once you chant the name of Krishna offenselessly, it can burn as many sins as many one cannot even commit. But that chanting should be offenseless chanting. Eka Krishna Name Eka Krishna Name Yat Pap Hare Papi Haya Tata Pap Kari Vare Nare. And a Prabhupada has quoted this many times. By uttering one name of Krishna, one can burn as many sins he can, as many sins he cannot even commit. I will answer him in Hindi, his answer. एक कृष्ण नाम, एक कृष्ण का नाम जितना पाप हर लेता है, पापी उतना पाप कर नहीं सकता. सदाना जी समझ आइए आपको? Any other question?
Guru Maharaj, the Tulsi mantra is Vrindayaya Tulsi Deviyaya Priyaya Keshavascha. But some devotee says Shri Vrindayaya Tulsi Deviyaya Priyaya Keshavascha. So is there any difference? Should we put the Shri or we shouldn't?
You can say no harm.
And same thing again, some devotee said Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavateno. Some devotee says Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi.
Actually, in the scripture it is Vishnu. We should not change as it is. It's there Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Kesavasicha Vishnu Bhakti Pradadevi. It's not there Krishna Bhakti there. Vishnu, Krishna are the same. Vishnu is the expansion of Krishna. Whatever is mentioned there, we have to follow that. We are nobody to change the words of Shastra. You understand? What is your surname? Gupchandani? Vanani? Gwala. Gwalani. Gwalani. Sindhis have two surnames, Ani and Mal. Yeah, Mal is there. Jamaat Mal, Tej Mal.
That is not the surname, Guru Maharaj.
Huh?
Like Das, Vipul, Das, Mal, Chand.
But I was told by one Sindhi that they have two types of, there's Ani and Mal. He said all the Sindhis are Ani Mal. he was Dr. Mohan Idnani of Bombay. But Mal, he said Jamaat Mal, Tej Mal, the surname. It is Ani, Gupchandani, Idnani, Advani, Mesanani.
Like we put the Prakash Kumar, Ramesh Chand.
They put the Mal.
No, yes.
So means all the Sindhis are either Ani or Mal. There was one Sindhi. I was in Vrindavan, 83, 84 year. So I became sick there. So my godbrother said, can I bring a doctor? I said, yes. He brought the doctor. Doctor was Mohan Idnani. So he came, said, may I know to whom I am treating to? He said, Yogendra Swami. I listened to his tape and so much pathos there. Tears comes in my eyes. Then he became friendly. And another day, another Sindhi from Spain came. So I introduced both, he is Sindhi, Then there this Mohan Idnani said, Sindhis have two surnames, Ani and Mal. Mohan Idnani, Lal Krishna Advani, and they have surname also Mal, Jamaat Mal, Tej Mal. So then he told to the Sindhi, all the Sindhis are either Ani or Mal. They're all animal. So other Sindhi is looking to him, what he's saying. You're Das. You're Das. No? Yeah. Neither Ani nor Mal. You're Das. You are, what is your name? Pran Gopal Das. Where is that Dholak master was here? Where did he go? He ran away. Why didn't stay for the satsang? Work? Who? Is it? Educated? Oh, qualified lawyer. Making good money?
Already now starts, so
Eh?
it's good for now, but maybe later on he'll get raised.
He will get what?
Maharaj, he's working with the government. He's a lawyer, but he's attached to the legal department in the government. So he's not doing private practice. You make a lot of money when you're doing private practice. But he just started. So he's with the government for now. And then at some point in time, he'll go off his own. We call it private practice. Then is when he will get big money.
So, but even he must be getting good salary as working for a government. He's a government liar.
Yes, Maharaj. He's a prosecutor or nothing. He's a government prosecutor.
What about the other one, elder one?
Guru, he's doing business, like he's taking goods from Mahaprabhu.
Taking goods from you and selling.
Wholesale.
He is a businessman. Huh? His name is Ananta.
Yes, Guru, Rama Maharaj.
When he was little, I say, Ananta, how are you? He say, I feel cold. This all the- when he was very little. Actually, the father of these boys, he handed over them to me, but mother didn't follow.
No, Guru Maharaj.
His boys and his Maharaj, they are your disciples, and he, personal instructions, the father of their and his boys, they gave to me. Personally said this.
But Guru Maharaj, their heart is always with you.
He left. Whatever, he was sick.
Yes, Maharaj.
What happened to him?
He had kidney problems.
How old he was?
57.
57? Not very old. We all have to leave one day. What was his name? Radhakant. He was initiated by Satsuru. Was old devotee.
Maharaj, a lot of everybody, but a lot of devotees also is getting diabetes. Very, very high percentage, even in Guyana, devotees are getting diabetes. I don't know if something with the diet that we
Yeah,
too many carbohydrates.
yes. Not with the proper diet. Ah, yeah. This, what do you call?
White flour.
White flour is not good. If any devotee has any diabetes, we can cure him.
Okay? Maharaj, you have a lot of cases.
But only devotees, not non-devotees.
Yes, Maharaj, devotees.
Ah.
I'll give you a long list, Maharaj.
Guru Maharaj, I am.
I don't want to say
You are?
publicly, yeah. And others also here.
Okay, come here. Your sons are making good money. Sit down.
They now started.
Sit down. So,